Small vehicle. So with that, let's try a U-turn that you would do in a neighborhood like this. So I'm all the way over to the side here, and let's cut the wheel as much as we can. Don't hit the curb. Don't hit the curb. Let's see if, oh man, it's gonna get closer. This is a little nerve-wracking because I want to bring the car back in one piece without any damage. And boom! Wow, the four-wheel steering really works. Now that Cadillac was a bit different. Lower center of gravity. I wouldn't have tried this with the previous Q7 because they didn't really tempt me with trying a trick like this because there wasn't some $4,000 dynamic package saying, oh, you need to go and try the four-wheel steering. So with that, I would say that it actually maneuvers in where it was designed to live. Over the past couple of years, you and I have spent a ridiculous amount of time debating the merits of the interior design of Mercedes, Audi, BMW, even down to like the build quality, the details like this. And what we came up with, mainly in that SQ5 episode, if you remember, is that Mercedes has recently leapfrogged Audi in terms of build materials and especially interior design. But here's a couple of different moving parts. The first is, let's look at the build materials here. It's very much standard Audi. But then there's the design of the interior, and that's where it's a huge departure. Yes, it's got the virtual cockpit, which we saw in the TT, which I think is life-changing, and you guys definitely need to check it out if you haven't seen it yourself. Here it's a bit different, which we'll play around with on the road. But then there's some interesting design touches, like for example, the design of the dash is totally different. But then this one is fitted with a unique little option, like, you know what? You can bring your own TVs. So the option is not TVs in the back, but just pre-wiring for it. And I would consider that design because the OEM is thinking about not just how does it look, but how does it fit with your life. Okay, as we make our way back around and now an ivy-colored house, let's lower the screen here and just talk design of this interior. Now, if you saw our TT episode, you know I am a huge fan of this virtual cockpit thing here, and I go through all the details in that episode, so make sure you go back to that episode to check out how this whole thing works. All of the same functions apply here. Obviously, the only difference is any more functionality of the all-wheel drive system or anything as it relates to the Q7. But there is a change. Obviously, you get a screen over here, but notice you can hide the screen a la A3, and then you get this big expanse of a dash, which is a huge departure away from what Audi has done in the past. Usually Audi has this very like minimalist design, but here notice you got all these horizontal lines here. Gotta be honest with you, I am not completely sold on this many lines. I really like what they did with the TT with that simplicity. I have no idea why they didn't do it here, especially when you look at what Volvo did with their interior, or even, you know, I want to